What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and we got another box of halves from the bank. I still haven't heard back from my Fifth Third to see if they're going to get any this week, but I at least have this one to hunt. Hopefully we have a shorter video than last time. We find silver quickly. But we're going to go ahead and jump into these rolls and get into it. But before we do that, I wanted to remind everybody that I am on my march to 2,000 subscribers. We're giving away a bunch of good stuff. Make sure you get in on that. I will leave a link right about there where you can go and check that out. Let's get into these rolls. So let's open roll number one here together. And for those of you that are new to coin roll hunting, what we're doing here is we've got a box of $half from the bank, which is getting harder and harder to do. And we are looking for silver. And silver's pretty easy to find in a roll of $half because you will see a really solid gray, like the entire coin will be gray or silver. This is obviously a bunch of clad, which is basically a combination of things like zinc and nickel and some copper. And we're not real interested in those. Outside of NIFCs, which are 1987, as well as 2002 to 2020. And 1970 was an NIFC silver. 1965 to 1970 is 40% silver. And anything before 1964 is 90% silver. So that's all the stuff we're looking for. We do have some varieties and errors that we're commonly looking for, and I have a document in my description down below, which you can go pull up and hunt along with me, or if you get the urge to go look at some coins yourself. With that said, I will bring you in at our first find. So I changed the order in which I go through these coins. Normally I go up the rack that way or up the row that way. This time I decided to go across, and on roll number 3, we came across an obverse facing 1987. What is that? Looks like a Denver. This is a not intended for circulation. This coin was only made in mint sets, so should not be in this box. It should be with a collector somewhere. We will take it. Roll number 5, and we're already on the not intended for circulation wagon. Here is a 2015 Denver. Same roll, another NIFC, a 2018 Denver. So we wrapped up box number 1. The find of the box, I would say, is this 1987 Denver NIFC. It's actually in really good shape, and it's one of the harder NIFCs to find. I mean, look at the luster on the reverse. I mean, this is just a really pretty coin. We did find a whole host of more modern NIFCs. We've got an 03 in here. We had an I think that's a 5. Yep, we had an 05. We had an 11. We had a 14. We had a 15. And we had 5 2018s. Now, 2018s, I've said on my last couple of videos, there's some argument over whether 2018 is an NIFC or not. They did produce more of the 2018s, I think, than a lot of the other years. It was just over 10 million coins between the Philadelphia and the Denver. However, Redbook still has it listed as a not intended for circulation. So all of these are NIFCs. Unless you're completing a set, there's not a whole lot of value there. So I've already made 2 books full of these, so I always toss these back. But if you're a new coin roll hunter, these can be a lot of fun to find and great book fillers, and it definitely beats getting skunked. Like I said, of everything I'm going to keep, though, probably this 1987. Everything else is going back. Let's go ahead and jump in to box number 2. Well, after a really long hiatus, I was able to pick up boxes 2 and 3 from my local Fifth Third bank. They actually got 4 boxes for me this week, so I'm excited to jump into these. This is box 2. I've already opened it, and I do have one kind of greeny, discolored one, and oftentimes this can end up being silver, so I'm excited to get into that roll. But we're going to start right here like we normally do, and we'll work our way through, and at a bare minimum, I will bring you guys in for this roll. If we find anything interesting before that, I will be sure to bring you in as well. So let's get into it. So we are on roll number 8. It was that roll that had the discolored ender. I'm hoping it is silver and not just like a 1971 or a 1974, often referred to as a faker. That very well could be silver. Take a look. Let's put it in the middle before we see it. I would say that's silver. 1968 Ender. That makes me excited for the rest of the box, because if you can end up with a silver on the Ender, that's a pretty high probability that there will be a few others mixed in there. So hopefully I'll get to bring in a couple more times as we find silver in this box. We'll see. I'll take it though. Looks like a 1968 Denver. Well, I'll be honest, this was a little bit of a letdown after finding silver in the top row. I did find a 2005 beat up NIFC in the last couple of rolls, but we have 1, 2, 3 rolls left in this box. That box is empty, and I figured we'd just quickly open these up and edge hunt for you guys here on camera, just in case we get lucky here and get some last couple of rolls silver. So nothing here. We're going to check that one because he's just a little green. 1994. And we got one more shiny, maybe an NIFC. That's a 2000. Didn't get there. Let's check out. This would be roll number 49 of box number 2. No silver there. And roll number 50. Got one shiny one we'll check. Right there. We have another 2000. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and search through these, see if we have any possible no FGs or DDOs. And then I think I'm going to go ahead. I know I said in my videos I was going to kind of stop after I found some silver. Well, I've got one other box that's already here. I'm going to go ahead and get that open next and go through it, and we'll just end this hunt at a 3-box hunt. So hang on out. We'll do one more quick box together and call it a video. So this will be the last box we add to this video because it's the last box I have. And apologies, we ended up finding, well, not apologies really, I enjoyed finding the silver, but sorry we've had so many skunkers, literally skunkers, not even an NIFC in the 2 boxes past finding silver. But I wanted to spend just a second on this box because it doesn't happen very often. It's the second time in probably 2 years. But I took the top rack off to check for enders, and I just wanted to show you what I found when I got to the bottom. We got shorted an entire roll of $50. So if you ever get upset because you get shorted because there's a penny or a nickel or a dime in there, I just lost $10 because this box was a roll light. So hopefully we'll find a little bit of silver in here to make up for it. Let's get into it. So after 5 boxes, probably the better part of 10 days of driving around to various banks and picking up boxes, this is really all we have to show for it. So while I'm more appreciative that silver has been coming somewhat more regularly, it's just not been very much. I mean, I will always take face value silver, but lately I've been able to walk up to tellers and actually find one of these behind the counter, rather than having to go through 250 rolls of silver or 250 rolls of $50 to get there. But I'm not going to be discouraged. We're going to keep hunting halves. And I do love my 1987, so I was really glad to get that. I'm just hoping that in future hunts, we have a lot more variety in what we find and a lot more silver to show for our efforts. Anyway, if you like this video, please do consider heading down below and clicking on that like button. While you're down there, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you're not already a subscriber of the channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and then click on that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. You guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.